get him. Had him as the road, plus I keep them. Know me.
Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Colorado Rockies going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get underway, and on the hill, the big righty, Tylor Megill. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. This one popped up. Baden settles under this one. Puts it away for the out. Here's Bud Black's lineup for the Colorado Rockies. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored. And you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Nolan Jones in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out.
Well, that high-forcing fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do,
he'll do it himself. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. Rockies are down quietly. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. Our starting pitcher in this one, Chase Dollander. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Lindor matched a homer in his last game. Hit on the ground to short. Sends it to Tolia. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
Here's a Mets lineup now. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Right side, hard hit. And he handles it himself for the out. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with 1 swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. Pete Alonso now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1. No, that's low. Ball.
Alonso working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
All over that one right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. On the ground, right side. Sends it to Tolia, and that is that. Mets leave one, scoreless after 1. Back here in Queens, second inning set to go. Stepping in the long ball threat, Michael Tolia. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
The third baseman, number 24,
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Megill, the tall righty, 230 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018.
Ooh, one of our favorites, Jerry Hillsdale, umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Swing and a miss at 96, struck him out. And there's 2 down.
The designated hitter.
2 out, space is empty. Owen Miller will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the veteran DH, Jesse Winker. Dollander back to work. Right side, Tolia. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 6, the third baseman,
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Hard hit, right side. Tolia takes it to the bag, and a couple of quick outs.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Ground ball right side. And that chance handled. And it gets by him. And they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Thairo Estrada to the plate. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball. 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
Outside.
That clips the corner.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him swinging.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Jacob Stallings, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
Next offering is fouled back. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Nothing doing for the Rockies, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now it's Jose Siri. That one is absolutely belted. Good one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Wastes no time there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And stepping in for New York, Luis Torrens. Little chopper rolls foul.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Doyle under it. Brings it in. And there's one down. So the lineup flips over. Here's Francisco Lindor. Grounded out his first time up.
Lindor.
Liner, base hit. Headed for the plate. Oh, he botches it. He scores and they have the lead. The relay throw. Try to wiggle out of a rundown now. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. Juan Soto now. Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first. They get the out on Soto. Inning over. So it's 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Brenton Doyle.
That one fouled off. Megill ready to fire now. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
The left fielder, number 22, Nolan.
Now here's
Jones.
Nolan Jones. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Doyle on at first. Nobody out. Runner takes off. This to center field. Nice grab on the run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And here is Ezequiel Tovar. 0 for 1 so far. Check swing, called strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch. He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Chop to third. Beatty. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael.
Here's
Tolia.
Michael Tolia. 0 for 1 with a fly out. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss to second, and that's not it. Next offering is down low. That one is upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom of the 4th, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ripped to short. And that takes care of Alonso.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. In the air, out towards right center. Nabs it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jesse.
Here's Jesse Winker. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Just missed.
Ball.
2 outs, base is empty. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Mets go down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
McMahon.
Megill back to work. Ground ball right side. Alonso steps on the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Owen Miller.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Owen Miller. His first at bat was a strikeout. Miller, in his 4th year, 28 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2018.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
And a pitch. And strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Just missed.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
1 down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
And now the right fielder, Sam Hilliard. Close,
That
but
missed.
called
That's
the
a
ball. Ball one. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Swings through that one for strike two.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They still trail 1-0. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
On the ground, right side, Estrada. Handles, throws to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. Flied to right his first time. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Jose.
2 down, bases empty. Jose Siri, the next to hit. Doubled his first time up. Bounce to third. Throws to first in time. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We're through 5. It's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back in the ballpark, and in this series it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. That pitch gets the corner, 0-1. Swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there. Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Jacob Stallings now puts a bunt down. Alonso, they put the tag on him and he gets the job done.
The center fielder, number 9, Brenton Doyle.
And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle, 1 for 2. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
That's off the inside corner, and the count even 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Jones in the box now. Takes strike 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Luis Torres.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third. Throws to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. First pitch,
No, that missed.
just
That's a ball.
misses. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here's Juan Soto. Both two in this one. To the right side, and that goes foul. Well, that's a base hit. Lindor zipping around third. He's safe as he gets his hand in, and they lead by 2. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
One gone, runner at first. Here's Pete Alonso. Fought off foul. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charging. Crazy.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Chase Dollander done for the day, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, Lucas Gilbert.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
At the plate, Brandon Nimmo.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Grounder might be 2. Flips it. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. New inning getting started, and now the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Well, these Rockies, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Oh, great grab on the dive. Throws from the seat of his pants on On the money. Nice play.
Cat-like reflexes on that one. Makes the dive, has to get up. Clean exchange to throw a strike across the diamond. And what a tremendous play.
Ryan McMahon digs in now. That's in there.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Goes down looking. Rockies are down quietly, and they're down 2-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. In the air out to center, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first, Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. And that's in for a strike.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
And now the count is even. Swing and a ball popped up. McMahon makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 1, second baseman,
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. To first, might be 2. The throw to second. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 2 and the Rockies nothing.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the New
back,
York
and a new
Mets.
arm on the mound to start the 8th. A.J. Minter.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Owen Miller digging in for the Rockies. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
That's a little high. 1-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So up next, Sam Hilliard. On the ground, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. 0-1. Swings through that.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Tying run at the plate. On the ground to the left. Slinging it to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now batting, Jacob Stallings.
Jacob Stallings digging in for the Rockies. He's 0 for 1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. So one left for Colorado. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Victor Vodnik.
Not having a lot of success against right-handed hitters. They've been hitting them around, so this next matchup might be tough for him.
Digging in, Jose Siri. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And that's way high. 1-0, Vodnik. In his second season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. And that's is downstairs. And that's ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And there's one down.
The catcher, number 13, Luis.
Now it's going to be Luis Torrens. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
That missed.
And that's outside. Ball 1.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
High fly ball out to left field. Jones sizing this one up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco
Lindor comes up to the plate.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And first offering is fouled off.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
Gets down, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on the plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Soto in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Runner.
Lindor on the move. That one ripped right center field. Into the bullpen and gone. His 22nd homer of the year. It's 4-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss and a slider.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Chop to the left side. Grabs it barehanded, fires to first. What a play, inning over. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. Last chance coming up for the Rockies.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
New York
It's the
Mets.
top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Oscar Brazoban.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle, 1 for 3.
Doyle.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
The left fielder, number 22, Nolan.
Next to hit,
Jones.
Nolan Jones. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
That was straight queso right there.
Swing and a tapper. And foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Rockies down to their final out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, but get back on track. His team needs him.
Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
This could end it. Rip to third. On to first. Ball game. And the Mets make it 6 straight victories.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.